Right, hi guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about a little bit more about corrective exercise. What I want to do today is look at shoulder impingement, which is a very common thing that I see in lads who do a lot of bodybuilding and also in quite a lot of athletes as well. And what we'll do is we'll look at the overhead squat assessment again and look at what that shows us in terms of shoulder problems, and we'll do some further investigations as well, and I'll show you a quick test that you can use which will just sort of bring out any problems that people may have with their shoulders as well. Okay, so I've got James with me again today. What we'll do is we'll go back to the overhead squat assessment and just see what that can show us about potential shoulder problems. So I'm just get James to turn to the side. So you can make your feet about shoulders apart, James. Okay, that's it. Your feet nice and straight. All you do is just bring your arms up in line with your ears. That's it, as far as you can. And what you do, James, is just slowly squat down, sort of sitting into a chair, and we'll just see what happens. That's it. How's that feel?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay, come back up. And go back down. Okay, so James isn't too bad today, if you go back down again, but sometimes, when he does it, his arms tend to drop forward like that. And he tends to get kind of an excessive arch in his lower back as well, which could be an indicator that the lats, which join to the humerus here, and to the pelvis, tend to be either overactive or very, very tight and need to be stretched. When this happens, you get a correction here. You're also going to get a compensation going on here on the shoulders, which can affect the shoulder joint. So you get to come back up, James. So what we'll do now, get your arms down. What we'll do now is we'll look at a specific shoulder assessment, which we call the impingement test, or sometimes called the shoulder crossover test. So if we feel like we've got something going on here, we can take everything out of the equation, just look at just the shoulders, and we can see if there's any other problems there as well. Okay, what we'll do now, we've come a little bit closer. What we're going to do now is look at a specific shoulder test, we call it a shoulder impingement test. It's also sometimes called a shoulder crossover test. So what we'll do is get James to place your hands across on your opposite shoulder, stay square on, and then what we'll do is just get them to raise their elbow very slowly, as high as they can. And hopefully you should be able to get high enough so that it kind of blocks their eyes with their arm. And in an ideal world, you shouldn't get any pain in your shoulder at all. But sometimes, put your arms back down, like that. Sometimes when people do it, they can get problems either in the front, the middle, or the back of their shoulder. If it's in the front, it's usually slightly better because it's easier to treat. It usually means that they do some stretching work on the pec muscles and possibly also the lats as well. If it's in the middle, it could be a potential sign of AC joint dysfunction, or if it's in the back, it could be a problem with the posterior capsule. If they get a problem in the middle or the back, it's definitely time to find a good physiotherapist or sports injury therapist to do some more investigations to find out what's going on. But if it's in the front, bear in mind we know that James tends to have tight lats anyway, because his arms fall forward in the head squat. We know that if we do some stretching work on his lats and maybe a little bit more on his chest, maybe a bit of rotator cuff work as well, we know that we can put his shoulder back to where they should be and improve his posture, and that should hopefully fix any problems that he may have. Okay guys, that was a very brief look at shoulder impairments and potential problems you may come across. Obviously there's a load more sort of tests that can be done, as any good sort of physiotherapist will tell you, but there's just a very simple, small screening test. If you have got people that have got kind of a history of shoulder problems, you can give them that very quick impairment test, and that, it's a very easy, simple test, and I'll just tell us more investigation needs to be done. Okay, if you've got any more questions on it, I'll put my email and my web address at the end of the film, and I'd love to hear from you. Okay, cheers guys, thanks, bye.